Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. So I did it. This is a confessional coming right off the bat. Yesterday at Aldi's, they had some organic coffee beans from Honduras or Guatemala. I had to pick. And I thought, you know what? Mommy needs a reason to get up in the morning. Mommy needs a reason to live. So I went ahead and bought some coffee beans, but they're organic. And I'm drinking coffee right now. Really, I didn't make it very strong. You know, I'm trying to ease into my addiction again. I don't want to overwhelm myself. But I broke down, got some coffee. I don't know, Winter feels harsh already, and it's not even actually winter yet. Technically, the winter solstice, we'll be coming up on that. We'll be coming up on that. So I don't know if we'll be hanging out, because I told you yesterday, in case you missed it, after we're finished with the laws of the universe, I'm taking a break, not really to take a break, but to actually reinvest and rework and re-edit this podcast a little bit. So, kind of like that person who gives their 2-week notice at work. I kind of feel like maybe, you know how that person's like, what you gonna do, fire me? You're late, what you gonna do, fire me? Right? They just start just doing whatever the hell they want the last 2 weeks because they know they're leaving. I guess that's why I'm just starting the recording now at 8:43. Yeah, it's almost 9 o'clock. Usually I'm publishing by now. Usually I'm publishing the podcast by now. But because I'm that person who just put in their 2-week resignation, I'm like, what are you gonna do? Fire me? What are you gonna do? So that's always great. I love seeing people that are in that position because they're liberated and they've got their power and they're sovereign and they're not bowing down anymore. They don't care. They say things that they may have held in for the past 5 years. Thanks, Karen, before I leave, you should know something. Not that to be vicious, but they just are letting it out. They're letting it out, and I'm proud of them, actually. So there's nothing really I need to let out except that, nothing. There's nothing. But, at the end of something, it's if you're sad that it's over, make sure you check yourself, did I support this project the way I could have? Did I spread the word about it? Did I support it? Did I love it? So anyways, I will be back, but I'm not even done yet, Sadie. You're only on the 100th law of the universe. There's 105. Finish your job. Finish your job. All right, finish your coffee too while it's still hot. Finish your tea. I'm not gonna get on team coffee 100% because I'm still team tea, team herbal infusion. Okay, I'm still gonna be team herbal infusion. I just, emotionally, energetically, I have been oh my God, what sludge am I walking through in my life? I just feel I could use a little bit more motivation if I'm ever gonna be able to pull together an Herbal Marie podcast, one that I have to research, write things down, be prepared for. I might need a little juice. And by juice, I mean the coffee bean. So today is Tarot Tuesday Tarot. We're going to work with the Herbal Tarot deck. That's my tarot deck by Michael Tierra and Candace Canton. Although I'm not going to lie to you, I really would like the Herb Crafters Tarot that I see. I was watching half of Amanda Ellis's video. Someone from Canada sent her, one of her listeners sent her a box from Canada. She's in England, and it had 7 brand new tarot and oracle decks that she did not have. And one of them, of course, was the one that I want, the Herbal Crafters. And I was like, of course Amanda's getting this deck. I could get this deck. I could get this deck today. I could get online and order it, but I feel like I have to save my money and buy my kids Christmas gifts, since I'm like basically gonna have to figure out how to make Christmas happen with like $100. That's not per kid. That's like $100 total. Like including somehow whoring myself out to get a Christmas tree. All right, so the law of time was yesterday. The only moment we have is now. This is where we create with our thoughts, emotions, and actions. So that's the recipe: thoughts, emotions, and actions. We're creating right now. So what am I creating right now? Probably not the best thing. I could probably improve something. We can learn to slip into no time. Time helps us. Okay, scribble. Time helps us center in the moment without being overwhelmed by past lives. Oh yeah, that was interesting. So like the reason you can't remember any of your other incarnations, your parallel incarnations, other incarnations that your soul is in right now, is because you'd be overwhelmed. Seriously. We get overwhelmed so easy. Like we have to make a few appointments, we have to leave and be somewhere by 4:00. Like, hello, we're instantly overwhelmed. Like, do we really want to throw in awareness of all our past, parallel, and future lives into that mix? We wouldn't even know our ass from a hole in the ground at that point. Like, we wouldn't know. We would be so overwhelmed. So yesterday was the law of time. And then we pulled some like dragon butterflies. It was cool. So if you missed yesterday, you can go back. If you missed the 123 podcasts before this one, you can go back. So this is episode 124. We're going to do another law of the universe. It's the 100th law of the universe. Aww. Sometimes I feel bad for not looking ahead because I could have been so much sweeter in my intro. The law that we're doing today is the law of unconditional love. Oh my God. And then tomorrow is the law of unity because it's on the same page so I can see it. So, but I'm not going to read it. I'm not going to read the law of unity. I'm going to try to make myself be surprised. I love being surprised. I love being unprepared. I love like throw the ball at me. I'm ready. Like, but don't tell me how fast you're going to throw it and just see if like I can do it, you know? I love a little bit of a surprise like that, like a challenge, but not too challenging. All right, so today is the law of unconditional love. I'm trying to unconditionally love myself. Like, oh, look, there's Sadie being a bitch. Oh, look, there's Sadie being lazy. Oh, look, there's Sadie being funny. Oh, look, there's Sadie being this, being that. Like, I'm just trying to be like, hey, I love you, girl. I love you. So I will admit that last night, I had this kind of like Sadie's being insecure. Not that anyone would ever know that in my life, you know, but there's just some things that like I'm just like, why can't I fucking heal this yet? Why can't I love this part about myself yet? So anyways, I'm working on that. Rumi is working on that with me. Even though last night I was too tired to pull Rumi cards. That's my bedtime routine. I just couldn't do it last night. I opted instead to play the game My Singing Monsters. Like when you're just like, I know I need to be doing spiritual work, but I just need to be completely mindless and play My Singing Monster and try to breed as many noggins as I can and zap them to my celestial island. So it's a fun game. I've been playing it for years. I take breaks and then like my fans for that game are like, do it some more, make a video, we miss you. And I appreciate that. So like it keeps me coming back to My Singing Monsters, and then I'll make a little video on YouTube, and then, you know, it's all good. So that's what I did last night. Instead of expanding my spiritual self, I played a game on my phone, which I did really good. I made some good progress. But anyways, I gotta love myself. I can't be like, yo, you should be working on yourself. You should have been pulling cards. You should have been journaling. I did do my gratitude journal, even though I felt like I had to make myself do it and force myself to be appreciative. So I'm just kind of in this rut where like, I'm like, yeah, it is my 2-week notice. Like, screw everybody, but don't screw anyone. because we're just not energetically in a good place to do that right now. So the law of unconditional love. I'm trying to love myself unconditionally, and I'm trying to love everyone else unconditionally, because everyone is me. You are me. I am you. We are in this together. I get that. More and more and more, I get that. So even when I see bad things going on the Facebook, because I mean, that's the only place where I even get a whiff of news, because I pretty much have myself isolated from all other places of news except for there, which kind of makes me think I need to take a Facebook break. But anyways, when I see bad stuff going on, I'm like, I really try to look at it from a higher perspective, their perspective, if I was them, if I made bad decisions, and just love them up anyways. Not that I have to condone what they did, but it's like, yo, they are part of me. I am part of them. We are all in this together. Why would I want to wish bad on them? Even if they did bad stuff. Like, I want to wish good for everybody, because ultimately everyone is the all. We're all the souls are one. All of us. Even him, even her, even them, everybody. We're all one. So when you start to think of like that idiot down the street as part of your soul family, I guess, or, you know, like however you want to look at it, like you actually want them to do well. You actually want them to wake up. You actually want them to pull their head out of their ass and do good and feel better and manifest good things and make good choices and have a spiritual journey and get understanding and wisdom and guidance and ascend. You want them to raise their vibration. Like, once you start seeing everybody like, yo, you are me and I am you and we are in this together, you get a little lick of unity consciousness, and then you start to actually wish people well, wish people good, start cheering for people, or at least wishing them out of the darkness even. Like, I wish that person would not be depressed. I wish that person would not hate themselves, hate their life, hate the world. I wish that person would start to feel better. I wish that person would start to think good thoughts. I wish that person would start to be happy, start to enjoy their life, start to want the best for others. I wish that person would start to start making decisions, thinking about what is good for the world, what is good for everybody. Yeah, you just start wishing good for people. That's unconditional love. You're just like, I want the good for everybody. Like, I'm gonna feel love, be love, show love, exist in love, no matter what's going on around me. Like, you can be a dipshit, but I'm still gonna love you. Let's even see if I'm on the right track. Number 100, the law of unconditional love. This is a condition as well as a law of third dimensional living. Loving ourselves and other people as they are is honoring self and another's self and soul path. It is loving without judgment or reservation. An awareness that we are all part of God or the all. When we love without condition or restraint, we connect in a profound manner with our own higher self. We notice that we say the right things at the right time in our communication with others while loving unconditionally. Life and events seem to flow to us in a more joyous and agreeable manner. Everything seems easy when living in unconditional love. And that is the law of unconditional love. Happy 100. We made it to 100. But yeah, why does life get easier? Because you're not being judgmental. You're just loving without restraint. You're not holding back that love to flow through you, because if you're giving it, it's flowing through you and you feel really good. You're not building walls. You're not holding back. You're not being judgmental. So that was definitely like something I've hurdled for the most part, I think. For the most part. I'm well aware of where I could still improve upon my level of judgment out towards others. But I have like 1,000-fold got better at it, and I credit it to A Course in Miracles. Absolutely. Hanging out with Tina Louise Spalding, who's doing the Course in Miracles on YouTube. And the reason it's been so effective is because she channels a current message after she reads the lesson. And thank God she does, because the lesson in itself would make no sense to me. I mean, it would, but it wouldn't. But it wouldn't have the impact that it does when she brings in Jesus. And it's so awesome. I don't care who Jesus says he is. He could say like, I am the one that you know. I am the one that you know is Santa Claus, and this is what I think. Well, whoever this consciousness is, and I do believe it is Jesus, it takes it home for me and makes it real for me and doable and just brings it current. Because yeah, like sometimes the lesson in itself is like a bit over my head, and Jesus makes it something that I can handle. So anyways, thank you, Tina Louise Spalding. Thank you, Course in Miracles. I am a lot less, so much less, almost completely out of my judgment. And that's huge for me, because I'm able now to look at things that happen in the world and understand them from a different perspective. And I'm not hardly judging anybody anymore, which is amazing. Which is freaking amazing. So anyways, that does help me live a more joyous life. That does help me to just see life as more agreeable. And then, yeah, I'm able to say the right thing at the right time to the right person in the right way, because I'm being guided by unconditional love. So that connects me more with my higher self, and that brings an awareness to me that we are all part of God, or all part of the all. We are all connected. I honor myself more and more when I practice unconditional love. I honor other people more and their soul path. It can be completely different than my soul path, but under the law of unconditional love, which is a condition as well as a law, I'm able to love people as they are. I'm able to honor them and their soul path. And some people pick a really difficult soul path, and it's like you just send them love and compassion, not judgment. But the things that they're going through, the things that they're going through are important for them. So the law of unconditional love reminds us that, you know, when we love without condition and we don't hold back, we don't restrain ourselves, we connect in a profound manner with our own higher self. And that's the loving life that we want to be living. That's whenever we're going to understand why we're here. We're going to enjoy our life more. And yeah, everything becomes more joyous and agreeable. Everything seems easy when living in unconditional love. All right. Well, on that note, I love you. I love you, and I love these tarot cards. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do some tarot today. I do have the little guidebook that goes with the herbal tarot, but I also have the Spirit of Herbs, which is the big book that you can buy as a set with it or separately. Oh yeah, get the big book. If you're gonna get this tarot deck, get the big book. Or I am going through each card individually eventually over on Herbal Marie. I would love to just do the tarot podcast over there now, but I have to actually get my focus together and start doing some podcasts over there, because I don't want to fall short of my goals that I set for myself. Like, I had a vision for that podcast, and I really would like it to manifest. And like, there's a certain number of herbs that I want to feature. There are ailments that I want to feature. There's other stuff I want to do. It's just more work than showing up and running at the mouth. So, you know, that deters me a little bit. But yeah, I'm going to call on my guides big time to come in. If Herbal Marie is supposed to publish the podcast, I'm really going to have to ask for help. Staying focused, staying motivated, allowing the information to flow through me, and come out easily, like with unconditional love, easy. So on that note, let's shuffle these cards. Let's see what the Herbal Tarot deck has to say about unconditional love in our life. The law of unconditional love. It's a law and a condition. So it like governs the universe, and it's actually a condition that you can be in. What a great condition. Right? Way better than like arthritis or diabetes. Like what's your condition? Unconditional love. You go to the doctor, fill out that paper, like list all your health conditions. Unconditional love. They wouldn't know what to do with you. They'd be like, psych ward that way. All right. These cards are all over the place. Maybe I'm all over the place. Maybe unconditional love is all over the place. What's restraining you? What's holding you back? That was the one thing about the law. You know, it said when you love without judgment or reservation, when you love without condition or restraint. So judgment, reservation, putting conditions on your love, restraining yourself, not giving too much love, right? That's the kind of stuff that like we pinch ourselves off from feeling good. Listen to me. My throat's shutting down. I'm pinching myself off. Where am I? Here's our first card. Where am I pinching myself off, you know, in life? Where am I? How am I doing that? I don't want to get too close to anybody. Oh, I feel that all the time. Like, there's been a handful of people that I've allowed, men mostly, message me, and I'm like completely regretful that I let them have access to me. Right? So now I pretty much have to be like, I got to step away. Like, I'm still going to send love to these people, but not my attention. Is that okay? Is that okay under the unconditional love? All right. So there's now 4 cards in front of me. 4 cards in front of me. I don't know. I'm just asking what I'm talking about. Okay. So there's another one. There's interesting layout. Okay. Here's what we're going to talk about. Unconditional love. There's 1 and then boop, boop, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are like that. Okay. Right. You understood that amazing descriptive words I just used. So we have going left to right. We have the first card, and then we have 2 cards centering that, and then 2 more cards. Terrible description. Just flip the cards over. All right, so as we're talking about unconditional love, we have the Queen of Swords coming in with Lady's Slipper. Wow. So she has her sword up in the air. She's barefoot. Oh my gosh, I love this so much. She's barefoot and has her 1 foot. Is that a rock? 1 foot on the grass, 1 foot on a rock. I guess that's a rock. Either that or it's like a brown leather coat rolled into a ball. She's got her crown. She's got her hand down, kind of a manifestation, and her other hand just holding the sword over her shoulder. And there's a huge pink lady slipper behind her. And there's a really low cloud, which means that she is high up on a hill. You know what I mean? Like if the cloud looks that low and the horizon looks that low with the sky, that means she has like conquered, right? This is the feeling. When I look at this card, she is like gently conquered. She's barefoot, right? Like she's a gentle warrior and a solid warrior, kind of. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to fight you and I'm going to be barefoot. You know, like, I love that kind of confidence. And she's looking forward. But like this, I feel like what is kind of me talking about the way I have conquered my condition of judgment, right? So I had to replace my condition of judgment and infuse a condition of unconditional love. So that's what you get when you get rid of your judgment. Its replacement is going to be unconditional love. So let me just see if I'm picking up on anything, because I'm not a tarot card reader. I'm learning about tarot, and that's what I'm doing. I'm over at Herbal Marie, So let's see if I'm right even a little bit about the Queen of Swords, Lady Slipper. So this is a serious woman, over 35. Hey, what's up? I'm 41. Okay, so this is definitely, I'm relating to this card, who is unswervingly faithful to her goals, quite often at all costs. That's funny. On the more positive side, she is eminently capable of upholding executive positions. All right, so this is hilarious because like my focus was on being productive with my podcast. My friend Asiel the Oracle, who gets messages and does readings for me all the time, has been so adamant that like I'm supposed to like get more businessy or like, you know, have my herbal apothecary or just really get my goals manifested and start taking care of myself. And I feel that too because, you know, right now, like, you know, I'm in the holidays, I'm in the middle of winter. I'm so aware that I do not have a stream of income because my separated husband is still supporting me. And I'm just like, universe, like, why can't you make independence happen for me? You know what I mean? Like, why can't I pay my own bills? Why do I have to like still depend on this person? And I'm so grateful that he's not throwing me out in the cold, right? Of course he wouldn't. He made a commitment to, you know, making sure his children are taken care of. And I'm just like in the mix. But it's like, why can't I get financial independence, right? So that's something for me to figure out. But then it's also like, well, you probably need to step up into this executive role more, which is difficult because my perception is like, I have these creative projects and if people want to support them, they will. Well, how's that working out for you? Like I've had a Patreon page now for over a year. I think there's like 24 people that give $1, right? So like, it's like, okay, well maybe that's not the right, like, I just think if it resonates with people, they'll donate or they'll support, or like this podcast, all my podcasts have listener support either through Patreon or through Anchor Radio. But very, very few people do that, right? So like, I guess that blows my theory out of the water because like Herbal Marie has over 18,000 plays now and yet nobody tips their waitress. So it's like, okay, so maybe I have to put that aside. Like, I just kind of thought, like, do your creative work and then people will support. I don't know. So Queen of Swords is saying, you might need to uphold you are capable of upholding more of an executive position. So stay faithful to your goals, but, you know, maybe start to realize what you truly can do. So if this would have come in reverse, it would have been like an unsympathetic person or suffering from past injuries in relationships, but we got it upright. So Lady Slipper is a tonic for hysteria, pain, all nervous afflictions, and premenstrual syndrome. I'm going to grab the book though, the big book, because I just want to see like what else it says about. Let's see, where am I at here? Swords are last. Queen of Swords, water of air. The Queen of Swords has cut through the chains of limited thinking and ideas. Okay, so she's coming in basically to say at 9/11, where I'm at, that's funny, 9/11, it's an inside job. Okay, that's what 9/11 always says to me because I think of the towers that fell, they had help, is an inside job. But anyways, cut through your limited thinking and ideas. Okay, like when it comes to abundance and money, I must think that I can only make $1. And I have figured this out. This goes back to my childhood when my mom would have like a chore chart, and you know, like if you empty the waste cans, trash cans, whatever, like you get 10 cents. If you vacuumed, you'd get 20 cents. If you dusted, you'd get 15 cents. Well, because, you know, this is in the 80s, you guys. But even if you did all of the chores, you still barely got $1. So I think from a very young age, I just maybe got this subconscious belief that I'm not even worth $1. Even if I work so fucking hard, like I'm still hardly worth $1. And then, I basically just do everything for free. And, it's a real interesting belief system. So the Queen of Swords is like, we got to cut through these chains of limited thinking and ideas. Just like the Queen of Swords, like we need to learn to stand on our own. Look ahead with clear vision. So as we look at this card, she's wearing a purple garment. So that shows her openness to receiving inspirations. And she has a red sash around her waist. And that means she is willing to manifest them. So she is holding that sword in her left hand. And she has unwavering intent to cut through untruth and confusion. So she is going to cut through the bullshit. She is barefoot. Her feet are planted firmly on the earth, and that exhibits her willingness to manifest her ideas in this reality and to remain balanced. Because of her clarity and insightfulness, she is able to help others to see themselves in a more objective and balanced way. So I love her energy. Her high-sightedness must not be used to be critical, vengeful, or unyielding. So bringing us back to the law of unconditional love, we don't want to be like on our high horse judging everybody. We want to just be clear seeing. Because, when you're judgmental and vengeful and critical and unyielding and just will get to the top at all costs, that will create major imbalances in your body, mind, spirit, and wear on your nervous system. So Lady Slipper wants us to be more connected to the earth. It wants us to alleviate our imbalances. If we're kind of nervous and edgy, we want to chill. We want to open ourselves to new channels of thought. We want to be calm and clear and heed the messages, hear the inspiration. So I love this. I really do. So we're starting off this last tarot message for the season before I take my break. This will be the last time I use these cards with the laws of the universe. This is a message for us to stay strong and independent in this beautiful feminine energy. Be open to inspiring ideas. Use our communication skills. And remember that if we're too critical and judgmental with our words and our thoughts, we're going to create imbalances. So we need to be open. We need to see things from other people's point of view, and we need to calm the mind and keep the feet on the ground. We need to be the visionary. So personally, I had a goal, I had a vision for Herbal Marie, and I need to just get back to being balanced and see that through. So my affirmation, and your affirmation too, if you need help with this, is I am willing to take my visions and dreams and share them with the world around me. I am willing to take my visions and dreams and share them with the world around me. I am willing to take my visions and my dreams and share them with the world around me. I'm willing to do so. And Lady Slipper can help with that. And if you don't have access to Lady Slipper, because I don't, we can do lavender flowers instead. So we got lavender yesterday. So there must be a big, big message with being calm and focused at the same time, because that was lavender yesterday. So yeah, we got to share our visions with the world. Now the next two cards, I remember when I was shuffling, I was like, well, what's in my way? What's in my way? You know? So I'm just going to see what the next two cards are. It's a reversed wild ginger, the 7 of Wands, and a reversed Page of Cups. So that's funny. What's Page of Cups? Damiana. Okay, so that's funny. What's in my way? Reversed Damiana, like an aphrodisiac reversed in my way. And wild ginger, I know if you eat too much of it, it makes you throw up. So let's see what's in my way here. What's in our way of manifesting our vision? What's in our way of being clear? staying grounded, staying balanced. Yeah, and being that visionary. What is in our way? Okay, so we definitely want to be sharing our vision with the world. And I'm asking, like, what is in our way? And this is pretty hilarious. The 7 of Wands, which is wild ginger. We got it reversed. What's in our way? Recognition that one is outnumbered, lack of inner potential. So, yeah, lack of inner potential. We're not seeing our own inner potential. And it's like maybe we're outnumbered. Like I feel like there's already enough people inspiring people. The world doesn't need me. Let's see what other limiting belief systems are coming in. I just am not good enough. I don't have what it takes. Like these are the things that are standing in our way, along with the Page of Cups, which is, where did he go? Page of Cups is, where are you at? That's Damiana. Reversed, it means dolt and dullard. I don't even know what the hell dolt and dullard means. But it also has deception, and here it is. What is standing in my way? Worthless fantasies. Shout out to the men humans. Worthless fantasies. That's what gets in my way. I have so many programmed things in my head that deals with men. And they, to this day, distract me, and they're worthless. And they hold me back, and they keep me from not focusing on what I'm really supposed to be doing here. Although I think it does stem from like this twin flame type of call. Like I know that love is possible, and I love it, and I want it, but yet at the same time ego uses it for other reasons. And so these worthless fantasies is what gets in the way of being a visionary, and lack of inner potential, and feeling outnumbered, and feeling, yeah. So anyways, we got this beautiful Queen of Swords, and she is ready to manifest in a balanced, loving way. And what's in our way? The 7 of Wands and the Page of Cups. Being like, yeah, like you could do so much more if you could focus, get out of these worthless fantasies, and start feeling like you can, and you're good enough, and you have what it takes, right? You're not outnumbered. The world is not out to get you. There are people that believe in you and support you. And even if there weren't, what would that matter? The Queen of Swords doesn't need anybody, and neither do you. You don't. You don't. It doesn't matter if there's not one person who believes in your dreams and your visions. You are enough to bring it into fruition and manifestation. So that's just touching upon those 2 cards. I think that's enough. Moving on, we have the 7 of Swords reversed. So we have the 7 of Wands reversed, and now Wood Bettany with the 7 of Swords reversed. So let me see what that says reversed. That sucks that we're going to have so many reversals, but that's fine. That's fine. Let's see. Getting back to the swords here. This book is so tiny, this little book that comes with it, but I love it because it just gives me what I need real quick. So 7 of Swords reversed is all about private agendas, unforthrightness, and a person who cannot be trusted. What? Trying to outsmart destiny, trying to evade consequences of wrongdoing, stealth. All right, I gotta grab the big book. Gotta grab the big book for the 7 of Swords. So I do find it interesting, though, that like 7 of Wands kind of made it seem like we feel outnumbered. And then we have the 7 of Swords coming in too, with all these swords now still shooting at the 7 of Wands guy. Like, so like if you'd felt outnumbered before, how about now? All right, 7 of Swords. Five swords flying through the air indicate thoughts that are ungrounded, elusive, and changeable. So yeah, these worthless fantasies that the Page of Cups was talking about. It's like the only person bringing you down is you with these ungrounded thoughts. Only some of the information is at hand, thus two swords are in the ground. So there's no person on this card. You can't see anybody, which indicates that Sadie needs more coffee. Excuse me, which indicates that confrontations are being avoided or there are hidden intentions. See, I try to be super open with my intentions, even if they're not pure. I'm like, I want to spread love in the world. I want to spread information. I want to pimp the herbs. I want to promote health, wellness, and healing of yourself. And I also would like to have some money so that I can pay my own bills. So I try not to have anything hidden intentions. Even if they're not the purest intentions, I try to be open. So I'm not being deceptive in any way. But is there anything that you're not being truly honest with yourself? That's a good question. So it might be a good time to do some research or to collect knowledge and ideas from others with regards to the scene at hand. Lay your cards on the table and be honest with yourself and with others. Be willing to reveal your true intentions or to find out and listen to what others' true intentions are. Situations like this can wear on the nerves until it is clear as to what is going on. So, it makes me think of at one point with my YouTube channel, there probably was it started out pretty innocent, I just want to share information. But then at some point I was like, wow, if I'm ever going to make money to support my children and all my animals and myself and my house and my vision, I'm going to have to get more popular to bring in the views to do that. And so then it's and a lot of people, whenever they're in their business, they have this I got to get famous so that I can be successful type of deal. And so then it's you kind of get a little misguided then on your original vision, which was just maybe sharing information and helping others. It's even with my YouTube channel, I'll just use myself as an example. In order for me to make money on my YouTube channel, I have to have a certain amount of watch minutes, 20,000 watch minutes every month. Even though I have enough subscribers to meet that criteria, there's this one criteria that I'm not meeting, and that's the amount of watch minutes. And I'm halfway there, 10,000 a month. I need to double that, in order to get my ads back on, to make a little pocket change. So then sometimes I think, well, what type of videos can I make just to get people to watch longer? That's sometimes why I do the My Singing Monster ones, because I know it'll bring in views. And it's well, is this really my true vision? No. But it's I have to do it I think I have to do it to get what I need done, if that makes sense. So that's what Wood Bettany is well, be honest, be honest with yourself and others, what's really going on within you, and then understand that sometimes in your life too, if you're feeling this is a message from the outside, maybe not everything's being revealed and you need to research a little bit more. So I love that Lady Slipper and Wood Bettany are both nervines. They help you to calm down. They help your nervous system to calm down. If you didn't have Wood Bettany, Passion Flower and Skullcap would be a good replacement. So calm down. With a peaceful heart, I gather information and truth for my plans and goals. So yeah, to me that says going back to Herbal Marie now, I have so many projects. If you're going to make that happen in a beautiful way, you're going to have to calm down. You're going to have to let go of your resentments that people take and don't give back. You're going to have to let go of your need to just make popular podcasts in order to like Anchor pays me a little bit of money when you listen to the ads, and by money I mean 2 cents. Like when you listen to the ad at the beginning of this podcast, I actually make 2 pennies. That's how much it pays. So you have to have thousands of plays and listens to even make $100. I've not yet made $100 on this podcast because 2 cents takes a long time to add up. If you got the views, then you get it. But it's like, holy God. So I'm going to have to like let go of any type of residual resentment that I have towards making money in order that it doesn't taint my original vision with the Queen of Swords. Ooh, that's good. That is good for me. I want to look at Damiana, which is the Page of Cups. I want to look at the Page of Cups a little bit closer. He's got 1 foot in the water, and there's a cup with a fish that's jumping out. It's upside down, which looks kind of funny. A youthful androgynous figure, me, sits on the bank of a stream, which symbolizes a subconscious and inner motion. So they're fishing for something new in their life and dipping into the emotional stream of consciousness to get a feel for what may be coming their way. There is a yearning for love, new adventures, and intimate relationships. So it's like, and it came in reversed, which means, yeah, you're wasting too much time with these stupid fantasies. Enthusiasm, willingness, look for opportunities to serve others in a joyful, loving way. So I am open to new loving relationships. But this herb symbolizes freedom from self-consciousness in relationships. With greater self-confidence comes social attractiveness. So yeah, I am a pretty girl. I gorgeous in a lot of ways. But there's something that I am not confident with, you know, within myself and in my body that I very rarely want to let anybody in. Because of my lack of acceptance. So Damiana is a mild aphrodisiac. It affects mainly the kidneys and adrenals, which are the seat of sexual power. So it will be used for male impotence and female frigidity. It's also useful for male prostate weakness if you got cloudy urine. So I am open to new loving relationships. I love that this was, though, the thing that was like, this was the card that said about worthless fantasies. Yeah, like we don't really just want to fantasize about love. We do want to feel love, you know, and it's like after you just think about love in your head for so long, that can become really disappointing and unsatisfying and delusional if you don't actually have it in your real life. So are you guys ready for the final card? I am too, because I'm like, I don't want to swim in this vibration too much longer. Like, I get it. I get what the cards are saying to me. I can clearly see what's wrong with me. Thank you. Our final card. Oh. Our final card is the card that I just leave in this deck to remind me that I am an herbalist. Through and through, once I get past this distraction, these distractions in my mind, it brings me right back to the Queen of Swords. What did I come here to manifest? My journey as an herbalist. So our final card is just the fun card that the Herbal Tarot put in that says, the path of the herbalist is to open ourselves to nature in an innocent and pure way. She, in turn, will open her bounty and reward us with many valuable secrets. May the earth bless you. All right. So all the time over the past 4 months, all of the distractions in my life, the tower crumbling, my marriage coming down, disruptive potential lovers being like, look at me, me being my own distraction, right? Honestly, like when I think about going back and re-listening to my podcast, I don't even hardly want to, because I know there was probably about 25 to 30 of them, which every day I was like, I just want a lover. Where's my lover? You know? And it distracted me so much from my herbal journey. It really did. It really does. And as I get back on track, as I get back on path, as I get back on the path of the herbalist, it feels really good to be like, remember your true loves are out in the garden. Your true loves are in the forest. Your true loves are the trees, are the herbs, are the plants, are the seeds, are the herbal medicine, are the herbal remedies. Like let's get back to what we really love. I don't know why we got so off track. I guess we just had to. And I guess, as we heal what we need to heal inside of ourselves, we can get back on track to what we came here to do. So this card to me is a confirmation that when I think about getting back to Herbal Marie more, putting more of my energies back into that podcast, this is a confirmation, because this morning I was like, how can I give up Herb Oracle even for a little bit? Not that I'm giving it up permanently, but I need to take a break. I need to reroute some of my energy into this other podcast. And I was like, well, I don't even know if I can do that, or I want to do that, or da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ego's like, blah, blah, blah. And this card makes me realize that, yes, that is the right decision. Because when we got Lady Slipper, when we got the Queen of Swords, that was confirmation to take care of your business. Take care of your project. Take care of what you wanted to give the world. Not that this podcast isn't a gift unto the world. It is. But my real first initial gift was Herbal Marie. And before that, I had other gifts too that I wanted to share with the world. But when I look at Herbal Marie, I'm like, dang, girl, you left that podcast hanging. And it was because I got caught up in the numbers and the resentment and the amount of work. I got caught up in the fact that it did get popular. And then I was like, oh my God, I can't give them anything less than my best. I don't want to give them my personal side. I want to keep it pro. I want to keep it kind of distance, but, give them the best. And then I just kind of got like turned off. My podcast turned me off. So I need to get refocused. I need to shed these worthless fantasies that have strayed me, that have distracted me. I need to not feel outnumbered. I need to feel instead supported, right? Supported and guided and calm and collected and focused and open and unconditional with my love. And I need to remember that I am on a path of the herbalist. And the best thing I can do is open myself in a pure and innocent way to Mother Nature. That's who I need to be hanging out with, Mother Nature. Get my bare feet on the ground. Maybe not now because it's a frozen mud pit. But get back to nature. Maybe I do need to. Get my feet in the water. Get my feet in the soil. Get dirty. In a good way. Get dirty in an innocent way. And open myself. And allow Mother Nature to reward me with her many valuable secrets, right? Allow myself to be blessed by the earth. Allow myself to be guided to share information. Allow myself to help the world help themselves. So I don't want to be anybody's savior or guiding. I want to be people's guiding light, but I want to guide people to help themselves. So I don't want people to look to me and be like, well, what do I do? Tell me exactly what to do. I want people to figure out how to do that for themselves. I want people to learn how to do their own research and I want people to be inspired to connect with the botanical world. So with those guidelines in place, I really feel like I'm being encouraged and nudged and celebrated, to stay on that original path, to get back to it, to stay clear, and to stay wholesome. Big message, to stay wholesome. Yeah, so share your vision, but stay wholesome with that unconditional love. When I look at this layout, I see 3 cards reversed, that tell me that, when we get distracted with fantasies, it throws us off. It really, really does. That reversed Damiana, that reversed aphrodisiac, like, how did this work out for you? Getting so distracted. So let's do our healing work. Let's get refocused. Let's step into unconditional love and really leave with the upright cards. Let's leave now with the Queen of Swords, walking our path of the Herbalist, letting the earth bless you, letting the earth guide you, letting you stay true to your visions, your projects, the things that you want to create and manifest in the world. So when we leave this reality, when we finally croak, we get to look back and see what we've done and see what we've left in the world. And it's just like, what do you want to leave? What do you want to give to this world? How do you want to help? What do you want to have be your contribution? So that's going to be the words that guide me from this point on. What do you want your contribution to this world to be? And I'll tell you what, if I died tomorrow, I'd be really disappointed with where I left Herbal Marie. I would be. I wouldn't be disappointed with this podcast. Hell to the no. It's my final week. I'm out the door for a while. Like, I'm good here. I feel completed with Herb Oracle. We're going to have done 105 universal laws. Like, take it and use it, right? But if I would die this week, I'd feel kind of disappointed that I didn't do a better job with Herbal Marie. So I'm so glad that I could sit with the tarot cards today and just be reminded and guided and confirmed that, like, the decisions I make are for a reason. Because, like, I'm going to miss getting up every morning and talking to you for a while, maybe ever, I don't know. But I'm going to miss it for sure. But I am feeling pretty confident that that is actually what I need to do. So we're going to have fun. We're going to have fun with our final 5 days. But then, yeah, I need to get back to Herbal Marie because she has been patient, but she misses me and she's ready to work. So on that note, thank you, Queen of Swords. Thank you, reversed 7 of Wands, Page of Cups, 7 of Swords. You brought this to my awareness. Wood Betony, Damiana, Wild Ginger, Lady's Slipper. Let's just take a stroll down the path of the Herbalist and allow ourselves to give back to Mother Nature, even though we're doing it through technology, podcasting, internet. It's like so weird that we're using these anti-nature things to promote nature, but it's what needs to be done because ultimately we have to help rebalance the world and help everybody get back to the plants, get back to the herbs, and get back to nature. So Mother Nature, Mama Gaia, I'm doing this for you, and thank you so much for helping me see it through. Much love.